If decision-making were a sport, Keir Starmer would be on the bench, triple-kitted, triple-insured, and still asking if it's safe to play. Because once again, the Prime Minister of Great Britain, the actual leader of the government, is being politely begged by 130 MPs from multiple parties to do the unthinkable, make a decision, not even a controversial one necessarily, just anyone, pick a side, blink twice, nod vaguely, do something that resembles leadership, or at least cosplay the role convincingly. This week's moral Sudoku comes courtesy of the question, should the UK formally recognise Palestine as a state? And before you get nervous, this ain't about taking sides in the Middle East, this is about taking a side at all. Because Keir Starmer is looking like a man who could get trapped in a revolving door because he couldn't commit to an exit. A letter has been sent to number 10. A firm, clear, cross-party request. Signed by MPs from Labour, Awkward, Lib Dems, SNP, Greens, even the occasional rebellious Tory, all asking the PM to make a choice. And Starmer? He's probably drawing up a consultation group to help him choose the font of his press release. Spoiler, it's Helvetica. It's always Helvetica with this guy. Now let's talk track record, because the man's been dodging clarity like it owes him money. Tuition fees? Flip-flopped? Public sector pay? U-turned? Gaza? Crickets? Palestine recognition? Still buffering. And it's not about agreeing or disagreeing with the letter. This ain't an exam. But it is, Mr. Starmer, a basic test of spine functionality, because while Parliament is slowly developing a conscience, Starmer's over here treating the concept of stance like a medieval curse word. He's Prime Minister now. The days of shadowy ambiguity are over. He is paid to take heat, take hits, and take a bloody stand, not to tiptoe like he's in a library made of landmines. And it's not like the UK's global stance is some precious relic of neutrality. We've spent the last century invading places, colonising islands, and advising countries on how to govern. But when it comes to a yes or no on recognising Palestine, oh no, that might be political. You're the Prime Minister, everything you do is political, ordering lunch is political if it's caught on camera. But Keir doesn't want to say yes, because that might anger certain donors, newspapers, foreign governments, or his reflection, and he doesn't want to say no, because that might anger the backbenchers, the conscience of the Labour base, or anyone who still remembers what the word solidarity meant. So he stalls, again, and again, and again. He is quite literally the human embodiment of maybe. This is the man who could be told his house is on fire and respond, well, let's wait for a consensus and publish a white paper in 2027. The truth is, recognising Palestine doesn't require bravery, but deciding to do so, or not to, does. Because it means owning the consequences, it means standing for something, it means leading with your chest, not with a press release. Instead, Starmer continues to govern by algorithm. Everything polled, everything calculated, everything sanitized. It's like watching a man lead the country with a magic 8-ball and a subscription to Politician Monthly, spineless edition. And let's not forget, he's already had a go at this. He once said Israel had the right to cut off electricity and water to Gaza, then backpedaled so fast he nearly reversed into his own values. When Labour councillors protested, he axed them. When voters left in droves, he said nothing. And now, when 130 MPs from across the aisle send him a direct plea to make a move, he looks around like someone's just asked him to name a song from before 2000. Meanwhile, the public watches, not necessarily wanting him to say yes, not all of us waving flags, but definitely wanting him to stop blinking into the void like a deer caught in diplomatic headlights. Because here's the truth. Whether you agree with the letter or think it's performative nonsense, Starmer is the one with the actual power, and power without action is just permission for inertia. What do we expect from the UK's leadership? A tweet, a statement about deep concern, maybe a briefing note that says something clever but means nothing? Or do we want an actual Prime Minister? someone who understands that choosing matters more than pleasing, because at this point we've got a man in number 10 who'd hesitate if asked to pick between tea and coffee. So, no, this isn't about Palestine. This is about leadership. This is about watching the head of government treat decisions like landmines, afraid that one wrong step will blow up his rebrand. Newsflash, indecision is still a choice, and a terrible one. If you can't say yes or no when 130 of your colleagues hand you a moral microphone, then maybe you shouldn't be leading at all, because sometimes the bravest thing a leader can do isn't to be right, it's to be clear. And Keir Starmer, at this point, couldn't be clear if you wrote it for him in Comic Sans and held it to his face. So here's the final message. Grow a backbone, Keir. Say something. We're not asking for the answer everyone agrees with. We're just asking you to act like you've got a pulse. That's all. Now, back to your regularly scheduled dithering.